Hi, witches, Recipe. This is White Raven over here. And today I have over here my super duper friend Lilith. And Lilith is a Satanist. And today we're going to be talking about Satanism with her. Maybe she can answer some of your questions. And I really want you to get to know her because Satanists are pretty cool. So, hi, Lilith. How are you? Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
I'm really excited to have you here. Lilith has been my friend for a very, very long time, like
Yes.
years, but
Yeah,
we never met each other ever in our life. We both Puerto Ricans, and I love her very much, but we never met in person.
never. We never had the opportunity to meet each other in person, and that's something that we definitely will have to do.
Very soon, very, very, very soon. So tell me, Lilith, what do you call yourself?
I call myself Satanist.
And what does it mean to you to be a Satanist?
To be Satanist means to live your life to the fullest without thoughts of being a sinner. I really like a quote that Anton Sander LaVey had in the Satanic Bible. And it says, if you're going to be a sinner, be the best sinner in your blood.
Do you worship the devil?
I do not. I worship myself.
And how long have you been a Satanist?
I've been a Satanist since 2008.
Is this for you a spiritual path or is it more philosophical?
So even though I consider my path being a spiritual path, there's a lot of philosophical aspect in it. And I do believe that we are the architect of our own lives and we can manipulate our surroundings to obtain success and at different levels and at different goals.
Do you follow the Satanic Bible?
You know what? I can say that I follow the Satanic Bible even before I knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's something very natural. It comes in a very natural level. I don't have to think, oh my God, this is not to be Satanist. No, no, I have to go back and read it now. Like it's something so natural, and that's what I like about this path
Do
because
you,
I don't have to think or coordinate or schedule anything. It comes natural.
do you think that everybody out there, the pagan community, which is should actually do themselves a favor and read the Satanic Bible?
I do think so. I do think that this Satanic Bible should be read by different people, not only the pagan community, but regular people, because it gives you a different aspect of life, different view and different opinion of on how you could live your life better. It would be a good thing for people to read, even though we don't believe in proselytism, which is something that I really like to. If someone would like to learn different philosophies of life and different paths, they definitely should give it a chance.
I agree with you. I read the Satanic Bibles many, many, many years ago, and I thought it was such a great, down to earth book. It's all common sense. It's nothing weird, nothing strange, and it's a book that pertains to everybody. Anybody can read it.
Right.
It's not
Yes.
like you have to have some kind of level of intelligence to read it. It's not like the Christian Bible that is so confusing sometimes. This book is just plain and simple,
Right. Right.
very clear. What attracted you the most to Satanism?
I really like the fact that I don't have to hide behind any mask. All that I have to do is come as I am, do what I do. That's something that I really, really, really enjoy and like because some other religions and paths, they do demand you so many things from yourself. I don't know, I'm going to be sarcastic and a little bit funny, but oh, jump on your left foot. Now do a round. Now spin all over your house. Like, really, like I don't have to do all that to be a Satanist. You just have to be yourself. Know that you shouldn't be messing with people and people shouldn't be messing with you. Everything else is just natural. It just comes as your normal self.
And at what point of your life you realized that Satanism was for you?
I believe it was in my early 20s that I was surrounded by the right group of people in the right time. I actually was adventuring on different paths, reading different books, different philosophies, different religions, and some was kind of like good for me, but it wasn't still there yet. Like it wasn't coming home from me yet, like, because there was always something that wasn't clicking or wasn't resonating with myself. And I I can tell that it was just the right time that I met the group of friends that I still have contact with, and they actually taught me what real Satanism is.
And you told me that this was back in Puerto Rico, right?
Correct, yes. Synagoga Satanic was the name of the group. Yeah.
What is your relationship with the devil?
None, because I don't believe in the devil. Like LaVey said, there's no heaven, there's no hell except for here in earth.
I do like little old black Philip though. What is the best thing about being a Satanist?
You live your life to the fullest with any reprimands after I finish doing this that I am enjoying so much. I know I will have to kneel and ask for forgiveness 220 something times or whatever. Like, I don't have to do that. Like, I just live my life to the fullest. We don't believe in a threefold law. So,
Right, me neither.
yes, we do believe in consequences, of course, because every action those do bring you consequences, but we don't believe it's gonna come after you like the way it's put in the church, Christian church, or in the Wicca religion. We don't believe it like that.
I agree with you. I think there's too many rules and dogmas out there. I think as long as we don't hurt anybody and we're doing what makes us happy, that's our true essence, and that's what we should follow. Too many rules out there. Way too many rules. What is your day-to-day life? Do you wake up and do rituals and light black candles? And what's your day-to-day ritual?
Well, it's not like Winnie the Pooh. Here, hail Satan now. um, Actually, it's very normal to me, at least. I mean, I just enjoy a cup of coffee and drink it outside my porch and just enjoy birds, enjoy the nature to the fullest, and then go back and start my day with my shift. I normally don't do anything out of the extraordinary every day.
What do you think are the biggest misconceptions that people have about Satanist people?
So, how much time do we have left?
Go for it, girl.
So, So wow, animal, human, or kid sacrifices, drinking the blood of your enemies, bloodbath, worshiping the devil, selling your soul to the devil, pacts with the devil, and so on and so forth. Like, there's so many, it's ridiculous. Like, I cannot believe it. Sometimes it's just like when you think you know them all, someone
New one.
like you and ask you for some other random shit. Like, it's just outstanding how out of hand it's getting.
And this is why, again, I stress that anybody that is watching this interview, if you really want to know more about what this path is, not because you need to become a Satanist or because you have to agree with Satanists, but read the book. Just read it. And I remember when I read the Bible, one of the things, the Satanic Bibles, one of the things that really caught my attention was how Anton LaVey is so clear in speaking on protecting the innocent, which in terms that means the children, the elderly, how to protect them. And this is why it's so absurd every time you hear people saying that Satanists are killing animals and children and whatnot. It's truly it's a tragedy, right? That people have
Yeah.
such close minds.
Well, what it hurts me the most is the fact that even in our community, our pagan community, witches, even if even them, like, it's just absurd. I don't know.
Absurd. And even witches. I'm going to piggybacking what you said. They don't take the time to see others' traditions and beliefs. The witch here, oh, that's a fluffy bunny. Oh, that's a Satanist. Oh, that person do voodoo. Don't touch voodoo. Like, there's so much judgment in the witchcraft community, and it's a little bit repulsive. It's a little bit repulsive.
Yes.
What are your fundamental beliefs?
I basically do not believe to do unto others what I don't want them to do to me. Basically, I do not harm children, of course. I don't believe in sacrifice animals, children's or prostitutes or virgins. I just try to be a good human being. Not perfect because I'm not perfect and I never pretend to be perfect, but be a good responsible human being, someone that can help others even if they need me to. But I don't believe in harming others unless of course they come at me in a very threatening way or trying to cross boundaries with me. That's something totally different. Unless nothing like that happens, I'm cool with everything.
So, in other words, a Satanist is not a person that is walking just to be mundane and to target looking to fight everybody. Just as normal person as can be. You respect others, you expect return, in return respect, and if they don't respect you, then they get what they deserve.
Correct. I do believe in the other tenet that we have, which is Satan represents responsibility to the responsible instead of concern for psychic vampires.
Do you follow any rituals or ceremonies, stuff like that, like wedding, funerals, and stuff like that?
Wedding and funerals, no. Basically, we do have different rituals throughout the year, and some other rituals that are not to be, it doesn't have to be certain dates. We do have different rituals. I never had any experience or conducted any wedding or any funeral per se. I do know that there are certain people that I know that they've been conducting weddings the way Anton Sander LaVey would do it or the Church of Satan would do it. I've never been part of it, so I really don't know how would that be.
What's your take on demonic possessions and what do you think about demons?
So I believe that sometimes there are spiritual energies as familiars, to put an example, that they can possess your body, and sometimes this happens in order for them to guide you and lead you within your path. For example, I know a friend of mine. He is actually possessed by his familiar. His familiar, basically, what is doing to him is basically she's leading him and guiding him within his path. It's kind of like a voice of his conscious, and it's very interesting because I never thought that something like that could happen. Knowing that I've been reading so many things about demons and how they are being misinformed about, for example, the Christian church see them as enemies and the worst thing that could happen to a human being, and it's not the truth. To me, I see them as guardians and protectors, like the ancestors. So it is to me something special to see that a demon is possessing another person, especially if it's in the way that this familiar is possessing my friend. I know that there's some bad energies out there, of course, but I'm not going to base some of the few experiences just because of them. I'm not gonna judge everybody else because of this. Like, I do believe also that there are good demons that are there to help us, to guard us, to be our voice of conscience. So I cannot put a label on all of them saying they're all bad. Like, I could not do that. That wouldn't be fair to them.
I think this is very interesting because last time we were having a conversation about this, and I remember when you told me this, it was kind of like enlightenment because I never thought of this perspective. I am so open, right? Because I like to learn new things every day. And when you told me this, I was like, I never really saw it that way. Something that is really funny that I know Anton LaVey has in his Bible, and I think it's one of the tenets. It's like Satan has been the church best friend since he's had kept the church in business all the years, all the centuries, pretty
That's
much.
true.
So that's the bottom line, right? Somebody's got to be the bad guy.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. He's so sarcastic, and
I think it was awesome. I think he was an awesome guy. Listen,
yeah.
is the devil here to get you?
No.
No way. Okay, so I'm going to jump now and I'm going to ask you some silly questions.
Okay.
All right, that are not so silly. They're actually very real. People ask these questions. Do you drink each other's blood?
No, we don't.
No, we don't permission, right?
Right.
No, but out of joke. There's no such thing.
No.
There you go. Do you guys hear that? No, they do not drink each other's blood. Okay. Is this a sex cult?
No, it is not.
No, it is not. What is the weirdest thing people ask for? Like when you meet people in the street and they know you're Satanist, do they actually ask you something weird?
Well, I don't try to stay in the closet, but I try to avoid telling them that I'm Satanist, because as soon as I tell them that I'm Satanist, it's kind of like cursing their entire family, and something chaotic I'm telling them, because even witches, like regular witches, they would cut communication with me once I told them that I'm Satanist. It's just, I don't understand. Like, they won't even keep conversations. Like, they just cut conversations and, okay, oh, something is calling me over there. Like, let me go back there. It's just, I don't know. So people won't ask me anything. They just back up completely. To me, it's funny. I don't take it personal, because it's just ignorance. It's just the way it is, like, it's not my fault that they don't read or they don't educate themselves. It's not my fault. It's their fault. Like, to me, that's why I don't take it personally.
Have you ever had any witch or anybody that you think that should know better asking you like stupid stuff, or telling you why they don't want to relate with you?
Not specifically, but they just avoid any type of confrontation from my side, and I'm not up to be confrontive. Like, I don't like confrontations unless it's necessary, but they just back up. To me, it's just weird the way it is. Sometimes people think that, oh, you're just saying that just because you want to be different, but you're actually not Satanist. And I'm like, okay, I'm not here to prove you anything. I don't have to prove you anything. Like,
Correct.
I know who I am, so okay, whatever.
That's sad. Do you celebrate Christmas, young lady?
I celebrate Yule's. The Christians actually stole that from pagans, so I do celebrate. I do.
Like many other days.
Mhm. Correct. So we do celebrate Christmas.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you this question again because it's one of those questions. And again, can you please tell us, do you sacrifice children?
No, we do not. We do not.
So next questions. Do you have any holidays?
We do. Actually, the most important holiday that we have throughout the year is our birthday. Since we worship ourselves, we
Yes.
celebrate our birthday to the maximum. And I did learn from the people that I was with when I first heard from Satanists and Satanism. I actually celebrate my birthday the whole month of my
Good for you.
month day. Yeah, I celebrate the whole month. So I don't know other Satanists, but I do.
Yes. Do you sell your soul to the devil? Oh, that's a big question.
No, I did
You
not.
signed the book. You signed the book.
I did not.
Well, I did. I'm kidding. That's so many people actually believe these things. Do you consider yourself evil?
I do not. I feel that we all have, like LaVey says, I'm not going to quote specifically how he says it, but basically what he's saying is that every human being has a beast that needs to be exercised, not exercised.
No, exercise. Mm-hmm.
So basically we do have, evil in us, in our nature, but
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe that I can be evil all the time. That would be kind of like, it wouldn't be good for me, for my health. So I don't consider myself evil. Maybe when it needs to be, or towards the people that deserves it, yes, why not? But in the regular basis and who I am in my daily day.
Well, and to be honest, I don't think that's necessarily have to do with you being Satanist. I think we all have that little streak of you mess with me, I'm going to mess with you. And
Right.
that has nothing to do with being Satanist. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I agree. Yeah. Are you going to hell?
Well, if it's the way they are painting it with all these artists and metalheads, hell yeah,
Yes.
of course I will.
Let's go. Let's go party.
I don't believe in hell, but I mean, I wish it would be that way, the way they are painting it and telling me how it is. All these people, going to hell, like all these musicians and metalheads. That would be incredible. Meet them all there, like Ronnie James Dio. Really? Let me go over there then.
That's gonna be Lemmy down there and
Yeah,
have some Jack and Cokes.
yeah.
Listen, last question. Is the Church of Satan an actual church?
You know what? I do not have any kind of ties to them per se. I do think that when LaVey was alive, there was more organization as a church per se, whereas they had their rituals and everything. Right now, because his daughter and his grandson has taken over, I'm really not sure how that works. I do know that they have their own memberships and they have their organization still up, but I just don't know how it specifically works.
Is there anything else that you want to add? Anything else that we maybe miss in this question?
Yes, I do want to clarify that the type of Satanist that I follow is atheist Satanist as a philosophy. I do not follow the theist or spiritual path of it. And that's what I'm talking about, the things as I'm telling, because we see things different as theists. Satanists see them. I can talk about my own experience and about my own path. About theist Satanism, I don't know anything. I do know that it's completely different, and they do worship the devil as an entity per se, but we do not. So I just want to make clear that, I didn't want to create any confusions regarding that, because we do things different, even though it's Satanism, but it's kind of like two different ramifications. And I don't want people to think, oh, but I've heard this, oh, but I've seen this, because I cannot talk to everybody. I talk to but because of myself, on my behalf, and on what I've experienced, but not for everybody else. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Is there any way, if people have any more questions, or if I have anybody that see my YouTube channel and see this interview, wants to know a little bit more about Satanism, the way you practice it, is there any way for them to contact you?
Yes. Although I do not work for people, just like you, I do not work for people. They can definitely contact me through my Instagram. My Instagram is Lilith.immaculate and then number 6. And they can follow me there and send me private messages. And any questions they have, they can contact me directly.
I will be posting that page in here. I'll put a picture of it right here in the YouTube video. Now we'll also post it in the description of the video, so please check it out. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. This was absolutely amazing. I'm super excited that we got to have this conversation with you. Thank you for your time and for being here.
Thank you for having me. Love you very much.
I love you too. So there you go, witches. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview with me and Lily. And until next time, stay wicked. Bye.